Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are taking a look at the Porsche GT3 in 3 separate sim titles to see how they perform. First of all, let's have a look at iRacing's effort. There's little doubt that iRacing is the king of the online racetrack, but here we are driving against the AI.
Follow the safety car in the right column.
Let's see how the sim performs. The AI roster from iRacing brings us the Audi R8, the BMW M4, Ferrari 488 GT3 Evo, the Ford GT, the Lamborghini Huracan, McLaren MP4, Mercedes AMG and the Porsche GT3, which I'm driving for this session and the other sessions, which will be back to back.
Left side. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
As far as the graphics are concerned, yes, iRacing is slightly outdated, but I actually happen to like the way they present the sim. I think the graphics are nice and clear, the car models are really nice to look at. The track details probably lacking in some areas. I feel that the trackside objects maybe haven't been updated for a little while, but you get the general sense of the location. It looks quite nice. I do feel that the audio is slightly muted. It's a bit of a generic sound for each car, and I think the audio really could be improved in iRacing. The force feedback, although generally quite good, does lack a little bit of feel on understeer. The oversteer is fine, you can feel it's quite progressive, you can catch slides, especially on higher end wheels. I am currently using a Fanatec direct drive wheelbase, which seems to pick up a good amount of force feedback. Prior to this I used a Logitech, which I sometimes struggle to catch oversteer and the slides in time, but it's certainly come on a bit. You can certainly feel what the car is doing and what the track surface is doing underneath you. That is as long as you keep it on the track. As soon as you venture off track ever so slightly, then you're going to go into a death spiral. Trying to control the car off track, especially on the grass or the gravel traps, does feel a bit like you're driving on ice.
The leader has just done 127.85.
The AI driver skill level can be set as a parameter with sliders with a minimum and a maximum skill level. So the AI drivers can make mistakes. However, it can feel a little bit processional.
Don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make it work for it. V2.
I sometimes get the feeling that the AI are not actually aware of my presence and just continue to drive their own racing line without any consideration to what's going on around them. One thing which iRacing has definitely got right is the ability to set custom liveries and race car numbers, which is really good for immersion. It gives a real sense of ownership of the race car.
The gap ahead is now 3.5. We've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Car left, clear left.
The GT3 class cars seem quite robust, and small amounts of contact don't cause any major damage. You don't have bits flying off the car, or bent wings, or bonnets, or boots, or spoilers. However, major contact will see quite major damage being caused.
V5.
Anything more than a little bit of rubbing, however, will see you flying off the track out of control, which I think is slightly unrealistic. Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel. Car left. Clear left. On your left. Incident in Druids. Looks like it's Gosselin. Clear left. There's an incident in Great Mill Bend. A bit of a dodgy rejoin from me, but there is a point in case and demonstrates exactly what I was talking about. A bit of contact and off track we go, and then very difficult to get going again. So all in all, I do like the graphics, although they are dated. The audio could do with a bit of a tweak. The AI drivers are adequate. There's a nice selection of cars and tracks, although you do have to pay for a lot of content in iRacing. So I think iRacing have got a really good product, definitely for online racing, and not too bad an effort for offline single play against AI. So they could do better, But all in all, a pretty solid package.
On your right, clear right. Well done, mate, that was great. Left side. Still there. Clear left, car left. Clear left, V13. Car left. Hold your line, clear left.
So let's see how Raceroom compare.
Come on. Double check your car setup.
First off, they have a much larger roster of cars: Audi R8, Bentley Continental, BMW M6, BMW Z4, Corvette C7, Chevy Camaro GT3, Ford GT3, Ford Mustang, McLaren 650, McLaren MP4, Mercedes AMG, Nissan GT, and once again the Porsche 911 GT3R, again, which is the car I'm driving.
Hold your line. Still there. Left side. Still there. Still there.
There's much more going on with the graphics.
Still
The
there.
trackside is nicely represented.
Still there. Clear left. Clear left.
The car models are nice again.
Car left. Left side. Clear left.
However, there is no opportunity really in game to add your own liveries or choose your own car number. They made a really good job of the audio. You can hear the pops and bangs of the car.
Smith is now leading. V11. Right side. Still there. Right side's clear. Left side. Clear left. Okay, Tony, the next car is car right. Clear right. Car right. He's still there. Clear right.
The force feedback physics seem a little bit more forgiving as well. Was it? Right side's clear. On your left. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear left. Good work, mate. Keep it up. Raceroom have a very good selection of cars and tracks to race on. The AI seems to be a little bit more aware of my presence. and I do feel that I'm in a proper race rather than just a procession. And once again, the AI skill level can be set prior to racing.
Hold your line. To the right. So you fastest lap for Lundgren on 31.79 V9. Car left. Still there. Still there. Still there. There's a big pile up in. Druids, clear left. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left. Okay, Tony. There are chances here. Let's make sure we can take them.
The graphics, I think, are quite good, if not a little grainy at times. I think maybe the graphics could be improved, but there's very nice flames coming out of the exhausts.
Left side. Clear left. On your right. Still there.
All in all, it gives a good atmosphere.
Clear right.
Trackside objects gives a bit of realism.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. Fucking great press, mate. Well done.
As a single player experience, I think this probably just about outdoes iRacing.
Taurus 130.68 V8. The gap to Cohen ahead is increasing. It's now 0.7. That lap was at 132.00. Car left. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear left. Well done, fella.
I think both iRacing and Raceroom would really benefit from more dynamic weather, weather effects, dare I suggest maybe rain.
Sixth place. You've just done a 130.27.
All in all, solid performance from Raceroom. So, let's have a look at AMS2. And what can I say? Just listen to that, that's fantastic.
Green, green, green.
And I really like the graphics, and there is a danger I'm going to sound like a bit of a fanboy, but the elements of AMS2 really are quite outstanding.
He's still there. Clear
It is let down somewhat by the roster available for the AI drivers. In this case we've got the BMW M6, the McLaren 720S, Mercedes AMG and the Porsche 911 GT3R, again, which is the car I'm driving. It would really benefit from more choice of cars. the car, I think, handles really well understeer and oversteer. It has a real sense of weight to it. You can feel what the car's doing, feel the tyres loading up or losing grip. The slides you can catch and control, whether that's on track or when you occasionally have the odd off-track excursion. Putting a tyre on the grass doesn't make you feel that you're going to spin off into oblivion. It's controllable, recoverable. I think it's done really well.
V12, don't panic, you've got time to sort this out.
The AI drivers can give you a proper race. It's again not processional. I feel like they are aware of my presence. They're racing me and each other.
The guy in front is Porsche.
AMS2 has a very diverse offering as far as the different types of racing you can do, and the GT3 class is not catered for particularly well.
Left
More
side,
car choice would definitely be of benefit here.
clear left. Come on Tony, nicely done.
Again, a bit like Raceroom, there is no opportunity to personalise the livery of your car or your car number, but it does have dynamic weather. You can have rain if you want, or a number of different weather slots, or in fact real life weather according to the date and location.
Just done a 130.02. The guy in front has just done a 130.32 for yellow. That lap time was 130.24. Car right. Still there. Still there. Clear right. Yeah, nailed that fucker. You're out to track limits there. Left side. Clear left. Well done, Tony. Good pass. Nice front.
AMS2, I think, just gives you a real sense of involvement in a race. It feels like a real world location, as I've said in one of my previous videos, and generally it is a really good package, just lacking in some areas.
Fastest lap for Stevenson, 129.92. 8th place.
And that's
Next,
mainly
Thompson,
the choice of cars available.
1.8. That's the fastest lap of the race. Car right. Right side's clear. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Sweet pass, mate. We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel. Car left. Clear left. 27. You've just done
Each of the 3
129,
sims has its
0.60.
own particular strengths and weaknesses. I use all 3 quite regularly. Online, my go-to sim is iRacing. It has the most outstanding online racing community. But I often dip into AMS2 and Raceroom for online stuff. But if I want to do solo racing against AI, I think AMS2 just holds the trump card.
Car left. Clear left.
I think for racing against AI and for pure immersion, AMS2 just about tops it.
On your right. Clear right. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes. Okay, Tony. The next car is Rampanelli. Car left. Clear left. Car left. Still there. Clear left. You're outside track limits there. Car left. Clear left. V8. Car right. Right side's clear. The guy in front is Thompson. Left side. Clear left. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right. Okay, Tony. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. On your right. Clear right. Car right. Right side's clear. Left side. Clear left. V6. One more lap to go. We're quickest right now. On your left. Clear left. Car right. still there. Right side's clear. Come on, Tony. Good stuff.
So we come to the ultimate question, is which one is better? And that's really a very subjective question.
Ahead is now 1.0.
I think really it's going to be down to your personal choice, your personal preference. What's important to you? What makes it immersive? What makes it competitive? What makes it a challenge? For me personally, I think it's very, very close. Now, at the top of my personal list, I think AMS2 wins it, and then it's very close between iRacing and Raceroom. And I suppose I have to give it to Raceroom, slightly ahead of iRacing. Ultimately, what you really need is a combination of all three. The cars from Raceroom, the sound and graphics from AMS2, and a little bit of iRacing sprinkled in. You decide. If you've liked this video, guys, please subscribe.